रागादिरोगान् सततानुषक्तान् शेषकाय प्रसृतान् शेषान् औत्सुक्यमोहारतिदान् जघान यो पूर्वविद्याय नमोऽस्तु तस्मै ब्रह्मा स्मृत्वायुषो वेदं प्रजापतिमुजिग्रहत् सोऽश्विनौ तौ सहस्राक्षं सोत्रिपुत्रादिकान् मुनीन् तेऽग्निवेशादिकांस्ते तु पृथक् तन्त्राणि ते निरे ब्रह्मणो हि समारब्धा मात्रे अद्येषु पूजिताम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् आयुर्वेदरतं वन्दे माधवाख्यं महागुरुम् आयुर्वेदामृतं सर्वं शिष्येभ्यो यः प्रदत्तवान् द्रष्टाज्ञानी दृष्टकर्मा कृतकर्मा तथैव च अध्यापको विश्वश्रेष्ठो महान् संशोधकस्तथा गुणैरेतैः समुदितैः यत्कार्यं प्रतनोति सः समुद्धर्थं हि कार्यस्य वयं प्रयतामहे. So we were looking at various Vruddha Vaya Lakshanas, and in that context we will start with Ashtanga Sangraha. Ashtanga Sangraha, Sharir, chapter 8, slok number 22. Vruddham tu shashvat kshiyamana dhatu indriya gunam vali khalati kasa shvasa agnisadadibhihi अभिभूयमानं जीर्णं भवनमिव अभिवृष्टम् अवसीदति तस्मिन् मारुतोद्रेकः तेन श्लथसारमांससन्धि अस्थिता त्वक्पारुष्यम् अवनामः कायस्य वेपथुः कासः श्वासः श्लेष्मसिंहाणक उदीरणं धातुक्षयश्च. So here Ashtanga Sangrahakar Vagbhat has given a more elaborate account of the Vayovastha, Vardhakya or Vruddha, where the Dhatu and Indriya Guna, characteristics of Dhatu and Indriyas, are on the deterioration, Kshiyamana they are, and also signs of Vardhakya or aging has been elaborately explained by Ashtanga Sangraha in this verse. Vali khalati, wrinkles on the skin, khalati, baldness or falling of hair are common features. Along with that, health concerns or clinical conditions like kasa, shvasa, agnisada, etc. are also seen very common in Vruddhavastha. And the body appears to be resembling to that of an old house which can fall in heavy rains. So it is showing signs of cracking, showing signs of aging. As per Charak also, Ashtanga Sangraha here attributes this Vayovastha to Vata Prakop, Tasmin Marutodrekaha, and that Marutodreka or Vata Prakop leads to some other signs of aging which are evident on the body. One is Shlathasara, all the dhatus they become Shithila, they lose their normal constitution or organization and becomes vulnerable for onset of various diseases. Mausa also becomes Shlatha. Sandhi Asthita also becomes, so this Shlatha Visheshan needs to be applied to all Sara, Mausa, Sandhi and Asthita. So as Sandhis are responsible or important for all the Kriya movements, and when they become Shlatha or Shithila, obviously it affects the movement of the old age patients. Also the Asthi starts showing ill organized organization, and Mausa, which is associated with Asthi as in the form of Snayu. These Snayus, they are attached to Asthi and both complements to each other's functions as per Sushrut Sharirsthan, where Sushrut says that asthini alambanam krutva na shiryante patantiva. That is the in the context of Snayu Shariri, Sushrut has said that the Snayu, they are as they are connected to Asthi, they don't fall down also and they don't degenerate also. So if the Asthi is not in good condition, good constitution, obviously it will also reflect on the Snayu Kriya, and that's why we will find that in old age people are finding movements of the body very difficult to perform as normally as they would have been doing it in the younger age. So this all reflects in their body action. Slatha Sara Mausa Sandhi Asthita. Also there will be experience of pain on movement sometimes. The movements will be sluggish, and also they will not be as swift as they were in the middle age. Another feature that appears as a part of sign of aging or old age is Tvak Parushya. The skin starts losing its unctuousness, normal unctuousness, which is maintained by the clade over there. Svedasya kleda vidhruti is the function of swed at skin level. But as the dhatu becomes asara or starts losing their sarata, it also reflects on the performance of med, of which swed is the mala. So it reflects on in the form of tvak parushya. The skin starts becoming dry and also hard. It loses its softness as well as unctuousness. Avanamaha kayasya, another feature which is very commonly associated with old age, that the patient starts, especially the spine, the prushtha vansha starts bending down, and the patient starts getting kubjatva, that is the word used by some of the commentators. Another feature which is very common in old age is vepathu, kampa. The patient starts getting tremors, and they are sometimes experienced on rest also, not only during some kind of work. These are not fine tremors like you get in alcoholic patients, but they are of aggressive type of tremors which can be seen from a distance also. Holding the anything in with hand or while walking also, you will feel that tremor all over the body. So it's sarvang. It is usually presented in the form of sarvanga kampa. A clinical condition associated with sarvanga kampa, which is very common in these days in clinical practice and happens to be in old age, is Parkinsonism, wherein the main troubling symptom or the patient is sarvanga kampa. But it also comes as a normal sign of aging as well. So in both the conditions, it will be more in Parkinson's patients, but also it will come with age. Around 70, 80 people will start getting these tremors, which are very usual for the age they are in. Kasa Shwasa and Shleshma Singhanaka Udirana. Now again, this Kasa Shwasa is to be attributed to Marutodreka. So there will be necessarily Vata dominant Kas and Shwas. So needs to be treated on the lines of Bruhana and not of Kaphachedan or Lekhan or Langhana type of treatments are aimed at here. So this Kas and Shwas due to the Vata Prakop that happens in old age. Also, this Vat accounts for Shleshma Singhanaka Udirana, Kapha Udirana. Kapha starts Nasasrav, especially in Shleshma Singhanaka, they mean to say Nasasrav, as the Hindutika is explanatory on that. So, on these symptoms and along with that, Dhatukshaya, the degeneration of various dhatus is also a common feature in Jara or Vruddhavastha. Ashtanga Sangraha interestingly has put some extra light on the hetus that can account for early signs of aging or early, and they are recorded by Vruddha Vagbhat in Ashtanga Sangraha Uttarasthan, chapter 49, sutra number 413, 413. What he says here, Adhyakranta ye amla patukshara katu ushnaihi dravyaihi tikšnaihi sannihita teshu jaratta. So those who are indulged in continuous practice of amla patu, that is lavana, kshara, kshariya padarthas or dietary articles, katu rasa pradhan, ushna and tikshna. So today you will find many times these are the dietary articles which contains amla, patu, kshara, katu, ushna, tikshna is very common in day-to-day diet. People don't sometimes know that they are actually consuming lavana ras in excess, which is the main source of khalitya and palitya. Also the ksharas which are consumed in large quantity are not directly known to the patient. So we have to educate the patient, make him aware of this, that what he is eating. Amla is a wide ranging amla padarthas used in regular dietary articles, starting from, especially in average Goan diet, and that too if the patient is vegetarian, you will find that pickles are very common, which are made up of amla rasa pradhan phalas like raw mango, bimla, karmala, karvanda. All these are part of pickles. Also, for preparing various dietary recipes like curry or other articles, kokum sol, then vatachi sola, that is called in Konkani, which is made up of lakucha phala, and ambade, which is a kind of amla phala found in this particularly this part of Goa and Konkan belt. Also tamarind, chinsa, amlika, that is also very common in the food, and raw tomatoes or excessive tomatoes in vegetables or curries also are rich in amla rasa. So all these items are very regularly being consumed, and people don't know that they are actually disease causative factors. Lavana ras also is indulged, is in going or consumed by the patient in form of cheese, butter, or even pickles do have lavan in abundance to act as a preservative as well also. And also there are other lavana rasa pradhan like salted cashew nuts, salted wafers, which are very commonly consumed. People don't know that actually they are consuming kshar when they are eating papads regularly, and which contains takan khar or tankana kshar in some quantity. Katurasa pradhan dravyas are also in abundance like mirchi bhaji or pakoda of mirchi, to say very common in Goa and Konkan belt, but other katurasa pradhan dravyas also, and the variety of sauces that comes in Chinese like Szechuan sauce or tomato sauce, hot and chili, some tomato sauce, etc. These dravyas when the patient becomes adhyakranta, the word is used by Ashtanga Sangra, very specific word, that when it overwhelms the patient's system, amla, patu, kshara, katu, ushna and tikshna dravyas, sannihita teshu duratta, he is actually embracing jara. That is what the context of this sutra from Ashtanga Sangraha. So people need to avoid these dravyas and start eating snigdha and also madhura rasa pradhan dravyas, which is ajanma satmya rasa. And otherwise, what we are getting to see today, early signs of aging, may be attributed to this kind of consumption of food, amla, patu, kshara, katu, ushnadra and tikshna dravyas. The treatment of this avastha is also told there, that we will come take later on. So, this is about hetu and avastha or lakshana of jara. Now, jara or vruddhatva or vardhakya. Jara is where the body starts degenerating, deteriorating. That avastha is called as jara. And normally it is associated with vruddhatva. But if the person don't follow some of the routine regimes from dinacharya, ritucharya, he can approach to aging early than expected. So today the society is facing it as a grave health concern or health problem, early signs of aging. So we need to understand all these facts, that what we are supposed to do and what we are not supposed to do. The routines from dinacharya like vyayam, abhyanga and nasya at least have direct references of them acting on the particular aspect of jara and controlling it and not allowing it to come early, but will come with age, or the patient may not get signs of aging but can get only a few signs of vardhakya or old age. So, Vyayam, it is said in Chikitsa chapter 24 by 42 that nacha enam sahasa akramya jara samadhirodhi. So one who is involved in regular vyayam, regular exercises, jara will not come in that person early. So he can control the jara lakshana. So that is one reference about vyayam, which one has to get indulged into. Then about Abhyanga, the very famous stanza from Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthan chapter 2, Abhyanga Macharit Nityam Sajara Shramavataha, is very well known by all of you. Charak also discussed that in Charak Sutrasthan chapter 5, Sutra 89, while discussing Abhyanga Labha, the benefits of Abhyanga, regular application of oil, Susparsha Upachitangascha Balavan Priyadarshanaha Bhavati Abhyanga Nityatvat Naro Alpajara Evacha. So one who is doing regular Abhyanga, he will get Upachitanga, Balvan, Priyadarshana, and also Alpajara. He will not get all the signs of aging, or it will come slowly. It will be Mandajaraha, that we can say. In case of Nasya also, Charak says in Sutrasthan, Charak Sutra, chapter 5, Sutra 63, Nachasya rogaha sahasa prabhavanti urdhvajatrujaha jiryatascha uttamangeshu jaranu labhate valam. So Nasya also helps in getting the jara lakshana as late as possible, especially in the uttamanga, wherein all the indriyas are situated. So a person regularly indulged in nasya, doing nasya, will get his indriya bala getting extended in old age as well, and he will be a better person or a better having better sensory powers than other people from his the age group. In Nidan also, in case of diagnostic references, Nidana Lakshana, also Vruddhatva or Jara is considered at many places. We will go through some of the references of where the diagnosis is influenced by Vruddhatva. Like the one condition, Kshayaja Kasa, is Yapya according to almost all the Samhitas, Charak, Sushruta, Vagbhat, all have mentioned this, that Vruddhatvam asadya bhavettu yo vai yapyam tamahuhu bhishajastu kasam. That is the sutra from Sushrut Chikitsa 52, sutra number 13. In Charak Samhita also, Charak has mentioned as in Charak Chikitsa Sthan chapter 18 by 30, Sthaviranam Jarakasaha Sarvo Yapyaha Prakirtitaha. Sthaviranam iti uktvapi Jarakasa iti vachanena Sthaviranam yo jaraya dehkshayakarikaya krutaha sa yapyaha yastu doshakrutaha sa sadhya eva bhavati iti darshayati. So, in Sthavira or Vruddha, there are two types of kasa. One is Jara kasa, which is due to Dehaksharakari Jara, that is due to degeneration of body tissues which comes, that is Yapya, and one which is Doshakruta is Sadhya. Also in Ashtanga Hruday Nidan chapter 3, 37, मिश्रायाप्या द्वयात् सर्वे जरसा स्थविरस्य च स्थविरस्य कासः cas in an old age patient due to jara, that is dehakshaya or degeneration of body tissue, is difficult to treat or it is yapya. So the patient has to be maintained on medicine and pathyabhyas all through his life which is left. In case of Raktapitta Asadhyatva, we will see the Kaya Chikitsa Pradhan conditions and then go on to see some of the Shalya Pradhan Avastha as well. In case of Raktapitta also, while discussing about Asadhyatva of Raktapitta, Charak has said in Charak Chikitsa Sthan chapter 4, Sutra 14, Yat Tridosham Asadhyam Tan Mandagnehe Ativegavat Vyadhibhihi Kshinadehasya Vruddhasya Anashnatascha Yat. So, Raktapitta, which is of an old age patient, is difficult to treat. That is the take off Charak on Raktapitta Asadhyatva. In generally speaking about Kruchra Sadhya Vyadhi Lakshanas, in Sutrasthan, Charak Sutrasthan chapter 10, Sutra 15, Charak says, Garbhini Vruddha Balanam Natyupadrava Peditam Shastrakshāragni Krityanam Anavam Kruchra Deshajam. So in Vruddha, the Vyadhi is generally Kruchra Sadhya. Then in case of Hikka, also Vruddhatva is considered to be one of the factor making the Hikka asadhya or difficult to treat. it is said in Charak Chikitsa Sthan chapter 17, Sutra 42 and 43 that Ati Sanchita Doshasya Bhaktacheda Krishasya cha Vyadhibhi Kshina Dehasya Vruddhasya Ati Vyavainaha Asam Yasa Samutpanna Hikka Hantyashu Jivitam. So, wherein Atisanchita dosha avastha, bhaktacheda krusha avastha, vyadhihi kshinadehasya and vruddhasya. So, vruddha is hikka observed in vruddha patient is appeared to be supposed to be asadhya, and it keeps recurring. I remember one patient who is at least settled 5 to 6 times in our hospital for hikka. He keeps coming again and again after some regular intervals. Hikka in old age patient is difficult to treat. Vruddhatva or jara is also considered as hetu for shukra kshaya in case of klaibya nidan. In Ashtanga Sangraha Uttar Sthan chapter 50 Sutra 12 it says Chinta jarabhyam shukram tu vyadhibhi karma karshanat kshayam gacchati anashanat stridhan chati nishedhanat. Charak also mentions jara as one of the shukra kshaya hetu when he says in Charak Chikitsa Sthan chapter 2 pada 4 42 and 43 sutra Shushkam ruksham yatha kashtam jantujagdham vijarjaram sprushtam ashu vishiriyeta tatha vruddhaha striyo vrajan. So if a vruddha undergoes sexual intercourse, he will break like a shushka, ruksha and jantujagdha kashtha or a piece of wood. How that piece of wood will break down, just like that a vruddha indulged in sexual intercourse with stree will be vishiriyeta, will degenerate or will get destructed out. So in general vyavaya is contraindicated in this particular age group. And furthering this and mentioning about the hetus that leads to shukrakshaya, jaraya chintaya shukram vyadhibhi karma karshanat kshayam gacchati anashanat stridhanchati nishevanaat. So jara is also mentioned here by Charak as one of the hetu for klaibya or jara sambhava klaibya. There is a separate type of klaibya mentioned by Charak as jara sambhavaja klaibya in Charak Chikitsa Sthan chapter 30 sutra number 176 to 179. If you go through it, there Charak says klaibyam jara sambhavam hi pravakshyami athattat shrunu jaghanya madhya pravaram vayaha trividham uchyate. So Vaya is of 3 types, Jaganya, Madhya and Pravara. Here he is mentioning it, referring to Bala, Madhya and Vruddhavastha in terms of with respectively as Jaganya, Madhya and Pravara. So one who is Atipravayasam, that is Vruddha, Atipravayasam Shukram Prayashaha Kshiyate Nrinam Rasadinam Samkhayacha Tathaiva Abrushya Sevanat. So generally in Vruddha Avastha or in Vruddha patient, old age patients, you find that Shukra is in Kshina Avastha due to Rasadinam Samkshaya. The Rasadi Dhatus are also not in good state, they are on the degeneration. The body is just maintained on Ahar Vihar and not accounting for Brahmana, and also Avrushya Sevanat. The patient is not indulged in Vrushya Padartha Sevana. So Shukra is on the Kshina side or on the decline. Also, balavirya indriyanancha kramenaiva parikshayat. These vital elements of the life, balavirya and indriya bala, is also on the wane, also degenerating or going down. Also, parikshayat ayushascha api anaharat shramat klamat. The span of life is also becoming less and less. The person is approaching death. So, that is also one of the cause that this klebya is called as Jara Sambhavaja klebya. So it comes with age. So after in the old age, people are not supposed to get involved in sexual intercourse. Otherwise, they will get a Jara Sambhava klebya. And when they suffer from Jara Sambhava klebya, the signs and symptoms that are observed in such patient also are mentioned by Charak in the same chapter, Charak Chikitsa, chapter 31, Sutra 180, as Jayate Tena Savatyartham, Kshinadhatuhu Sudurbalaha, Vibarno Durbalo Dinaha, Kshipram Vyadhim Athashnute, Etat Jara Sambhavam Hi. So the person becomes Kshinadhatu, Sudurbala, Atyanta Durbala it becomes, and then becomes Vivarna, his skin complexion starts deteriorating. He appears to be Dina, very Dina person, or Dukhi, or unhealthy. The looks are unhealthy and can fall prey to any other diseases as well. In Karshya Hetu also, Jara is considered to be one of the Hetu for Karshya in Charak Sutra Sthan chapter 21, Sutra 12. When Charak says, Rukshasya Udvartanam Snanasya Abhyasaha Prakrutir Jara Vikaranushayak Krodham Kurvanti Atikrusham Naram. So Jara is also one of the cause of Karshya according to Charak. Jara is also considered as Klaibya Hetu in general. So Charak also had mentioned about Jara Sambhavaja Klaibya, but in general, in Samanya Hetu also of Jara of Klaibya, Jara is recorded by Charak in Charak Chikitsa Sthan chapter 30, Sutra 136. When he says, Rukshatikta Kashayati Lavanamloshna Sevanat Narinam Arasadhnyanam Gamanat Jaraya Tatha. So Jara is one of the Samanya Hetu for Klaibya according to Charak in Chikitsa Sthan, chapter 30, Sutra 136. Now we will go on to discuss about some of the surgical conditions wherein Jara or Vruddhatva is considered as one of the factor influencing. We will see some of the references for that. In case of, we will start from references from Sushruta. In case of Darvikara Vishadhata, Darvikara is a type of sarpa or snake variety. The spread of Darvikara Visha is more in Vruddha according to Sushruta in Kalpasthan chapter 3, Sutra number 40. The sutra goes like this: Darvikaranam Visham Ashubhati Sarvani cha Ushne Dviguni Bhavanti Ajirna Pitta Tapapiditeshu Balapramehu Shvatha Garbhinishu Vruddhaturapshena Bubhukshiteshu Vruksheshu Bhirushvatha Durdineshu. So it doubles its effect when it founds one of these factors present in the patient's condition. Ajirna Pitta Tapapidita Balapramehi Garbhini Vruddha. So Vruddha, in Vruddha Avastha, the Darvikara Vishar can get doubled, the effect gets doubled in case of Darvikara Vishar. In case of Dharana Upakrama, in Shofa also, the Dharana Upakram cannot be, the patient will not sustain to, and that variety, one of the variety is Vriddha. In Sushruta Chikitsa 1, chapter 35 to 37, Bala Vriddha Asaha Kshina Virunam Yoshitamapi Marmoparicha Jateshu Rogeshu Teshu Dharanam. In case of Dushchikitsya Branas which are difficult to treat, in Sushrut Sutra Sthan chapter 23, Sutra 4, Sushrut says, Ta eva viparita guna, vruddha, krusha, alpa, prana, dhirushu drashtavyaha. So before this sutra, he is discussing about Suchikitsya Vrana. So viparita guna means the Vrana becomes Dushchikitsya, difficult to cure, difficult to treat. And often today we will find that Vranas, especially in Vruddha patient, and if he is Madhumehi, are taking longer time to heal, and sometimes it goes on to become convert into avastha of Kotha and needs to be amputated. So Vruddha is one of the contraindication for Suchikitsyatva of Vrana or easy treatment of Vrana. So it will be always difficult to treat any Vrana in old age patients. One of the Shosha Bheda, or in case of Shosha, one of the Shosha is Jara Shosha according in Sushrut, while listing or discussing about types of Shosha in Sushrut Uttarasthan chapter 41, Sutra 16, Sushrut says, Vyavaya Shokasthavirya Vyayama Adhopavasataha Vrana Urakshata Pidabhyam Shoshan Anye Vadantihi. So Sthavirya, that is Sthaviranam Shoshaha, that is Jarajanita Shosh, is one of the type of Shosh told in Sushrut. And the symptoms of Jarajanita Shosh are also discussed by Sushrut at length at Sushrut Uttarasthan chapter 41, Sutra 19 and 20, when he says, Jara Shoshi Krusho Manda Virya Buddhi Balendriyaha Kampano Aruchiman Bhinna Kaunse Patra Hataswaraha Shtivati Sleshmana Hinam Gaurava Aruchi Piditaha Samprasruta Asya Nasakshaha Supta Ruksha Malachhavihi. So one who is Jarashoshi becomes Krusha, he is having Manda Virya, that is Shakti, Virya is Shakti here, his ability to work goes on diminishing. Buddhi, Bala and Indriya also becomes less, Indriya Shakti becomes less. The patient is having Kampana, tremors. Aruchiman, he is having also Aruchi as symptom, and the swara of the patient's voice becomes Bhinna Kaunsya Patra Hata, like the breaking sound of Kaunsya Patra or bronze vessel. He starts spitting out cough in less quantity, Hinam Shtivati Sleshmana, and also Gaurava and Aruchi are the major symptoms in Jarashoshi. Also, Samprasruta Asya Nasa Akshaha, there will be srav, excessive salivation, excessive running nose, and also there will be watering from eyes. And the mala becomes ruksha also, and chavi, the body, what we can say, complexion of the skin becomes ruksha, appears to be dry. So these are the signs of Jarashoshi recorded by Sushrut. In case of Bhagna, in Ashtanga Sangraha, Uttarasthan chapter 32, Sutra 19, After discussing about the types of various bhagnas, Vruddha Bhagvat has said there, Esham Antyani Pancha Kruchra Sadhyani Krusha Atibala Vruddha Asahanam Atyashinam Vatatmakanam Kushtinam Upadravatam Cha. So the last 5 types of bhagna becomes Kruchra Sadhya in case of Krusha, Atibala, Ativruddha and Atyashi, Matatmaka and Kushti, Upadrava Sahita Kushti. Which are these 5 types of bhagna that he is mentioning? Indu Tika has explained that Yesham Dwadashanam Antyani Pancha Darita Churnita Atipatita Sheshita Majjanugatani Krusha Atibala Dinam Kruchra Sadhyani. So these 5 Darita, Churnita, Atipatita, Sheshita and Majjanugata types of bhagna are Kruchra Sadhya in case of Vruddha. In Vruddha condition, the Vrana also takes longer time to heal according to Ashtanga Sangraha in Uttarsthan chapter 29, Sutra 25. When he says, Etaiva Guna Vruddha Krusha Alpa Prana Bhiru Mandagni Prakledi Deha Desha Kaleshu Viparitaha Shishyopanayani Iksheta. Indu comments on this as Eta eva cha ashu vrana samrohadayo vayasthadinam guna vruddhadishu viparita bhavanti. So, ashu vrana samrohan is not possible in case of Vruddha according to this commentary of Indu. Charak has discussed some of the Shalya Pradhan Avastha as difficult to treat when he says, especially in case of Asadhyatva Granthi, in Charak Chikitsa Sthan chapter 12, Sutra 86, when he says, Vivarjayet Kukshi Udarashritancha Tatha Gale Marmani Sanshritancha Sthulaha Kharaschapi Bhaved Vivarjo Yaschapi Balasthavira Balanam. So Granthi in Sthavira, that is Vruddha Avastha, is Vivarja, that is Asadhya. So difficult to treat. Many times in today's clinical practice we are coming across some tumor formations, and if they are especially in old age patients, then they become difficult to treat, and that is the experience of learned Vidyas also. They are finding different malignant conditions of tumors difficult to treat when they are coming across them. So, we have seen many of the references about Jara, which are the types of dinacharya routines, regimes we need to incorporate in our day-to-day practice to stay away from Jara. What is Varja in Jara, that we will see. In case of Varja Chikitsopakrama, it is said in Sushrut Sutrasthan chapter 35, Sutra 32, Agnikshara Virekaistu Balavruddhau Vivarjayet Tatsadhyeshu Vikareshu Murdvim Kuryat Kriyam Shanaihi. So if at all it is required that one of this line of management is utmost required or necessary in Bala and Vruddha, needs to be done in Mrudu form, that is, needs to be done differently, and how that is discussed by Dalland in the commentary. Mrudvim kuryat kriyam iti aja shakrutadi mrudu dravya samshraya agnehe pi mrudu. So for Svedan purpose, you can use aja shakrutadi mrudu dravyas where the agni stays, but it is not as severe or as intense as it will be in some of the other types of Svedas. In case of Dharana karma, Kapota Kanka Grudhranam Purishani, instead of Kshara, Purisha or Shakrut of these particular birds are advised to be used by Sushruti in Sutrasthan chapter 37, Sutra 10, where he says, Kapotakanka grudhranam purishani cha dharanam. So dharanam vidaranam pakvashothasya. For vidaran of pakvashotha, draining of pakvashotha, you are supposed to apply purisha of Kapotakanka grudhra. Kshar also is to be used, if at all to be used in case of vruddha patient, needs to be used of ksharohi avapa prativapa hino mruduhu. So avapa and prativapa hino. There are certain procedures during formation, processing of kshar. Those are called as avapa and prativapa, which makes the kshar more tikshna. So without doing those processes, the kshar is to be prepared, and that kshar appears to be mrudu, can be used in case of vruddha and bala. Evam vireko api chaturanguladi mrudu dravyashrayo mruduhu. So chaturangula means aragvad. So mrudu dravya like aragvad can be used for virechan in old age patients. So generally these chikitsopakramas, they are contraindicated in vruddhavastha. Next time we will see the Chikitsa part, or Chikitsa of Vardhakya Janic Vikar or Vruddha or Jara vichar, and the other references of Arha Anarha of some of the Upakramas, or which Upakramas are getting a mention of helping in Jara Avastha, that we will see next time. And then the topic of Jara will come to an end. Thank you.